Hey everybody, my name is What Up Brah, and today I'm going to be giving you guys a beginner's guide. This is just a guide for people who are basically just starting this game, and maybe there's some tips in here that you guys will like too. So right here you can see that you can reset all your skill points for 5 gems if you messed up a little bit or something. But I'm doing this just so that I can put 1 skill point into each one. So let's start with stamina. If you put a skill point into stamina, you get 20 HP, plus 20 HP. You also get HP regain. That means when you're not fighting, you regain HP faster. So let's put 1 stat into that. Right there. And you can see that my HP actually rose by 20. And then strength, you get plus 5 armor. And you also get more HP regain again. So my armor's at 0 because I have nothing on right now and no skill points. So just putting 1 into that will give me 5 armor right there. And also these give you attack power if you keep putting more and more into them, but I'll talk about that later. Okay, agility gives you crit and dodge percent. Right there you can see that's where they start at. And if I put 1 point into agility, I get plus 0.25 dodge and plus 0.07 crit. Right there. And right there. So the next one is intellect. And you get plus 15 MP per skill point and plus crit. This is actually the best. If you're over level 70, intellect is the best class to be, a mage. So let's just put 1 into there. And you can see that my MP actually went up by 15 right there. And also my crit went up by 0.07. And those are all your skill points. So you can choose, you can choose one and go pure, or you can alternate. Another way to gain HP and energy is to level up. When you level up, you actually get plus 18 HP and plus 20 energy. I wish Gamer would add more, but as of now, there are only 2 types of enemies. One is aggro. They attack you if you get close to them, no matter what. They'll always attack you, even if you're just walking through or something, they'll go right after you. And the second one is just normal type. They will only attack if you attack first. So keep in mind, if you're walking through aggro enemies, they're all going to start swarming you if you don't get out of there, and you can die pretty quickly. And in that case, it might be a little bit more difficult to level up on these enemies. Now I want to talk about a few in-game commands that you can do. One of these commands involves the whisper. And to whisper, you can either click on this little bubble here, and if you click on it, this little message is gonna pop up right there. So if you do that, you'll type a message that only this person can see. But if you don't see the person, like you're not standing next to them and you can't click on that bubble, you have to type in /whisper space and then that person's name. And you have to do capitals in that too. But if you want to do a faster way, like if someone whispers you just like that, you can hold shift and press R, and the last whisper that you got will actually just show up. And you don't have to type anything, just shift R, and you automatically respond to your last whisper. And another command you can do is shift B. You can actually just open up your bags with this command. Just shift B opens up every single bag you have. This is really good if you want to sell, like your whole backpack is filled, and all your bags are filled, and you just want to sell everything right away. So here we have a tip that I feel like most people don't actually know. It's when you kill something, like there, and you let it stay there, it actually takes longer to respawn because the corpse has to disappear. It takes 30 seconds for a corpse to disappear in this game. And then on top of that 30 seconds, there's a normal respawn time. Like for some bosses it's 2 hours. For a few enemies it's like 5 seconds, some are 10 minutes. So if you actually kill something and leave the corpse there, it takes 30 seconds plus an additional respawn time that's for every enemy it's unique. And then you see the corpse disappears here, then respawns, okay? And that took like 35 seconds total for that one crab to reappear. So now I'm going to kill it and loot it, and you'll see in a few seconds that it actually comes back in like 5 seconds. So when you kill something and you wanna, like, this is really good for leveling. If you're killing something really fast and you're not looting the bodies, you can loot them and they will spawn faster. And even if they drop stuff, you have to loot the drop stuff, and then that's when the respawn timer starts. So in 5 seconds, right there, it respawns again. So keep that in mind if you want to kill something. The oldest trick in the book, over-equipping, is next. As you can see, I can't equip this weapon because I need 160 agility, and I don't have that. So in order to equip this weapon, I need to increase my stats. Now there are a few ways to do that. One, I can use a metamorph, and this one I'm using gives you plus 50 to all stats. So if I use the metamorph, then I can equip this thing. But then you might ask, so what happens when the metamorph runs out and I don't have enough agility to equip this anymore? Well, it actually doesn't matter. The metamorph can run out, or I can cancel it, and I can still have this weapon equipped even though I don't have enough stats to wear it. Metamorphs aren't the only way to increase your stats like this. You can use any kind of item that increases your stats, then equip the thing you want, then unequip the other outfits that you don't need. And even though I don't have enough stats to actually equip this item again, in this case it's a weapon, I can still have it even though my stats don't allow me to equip it again. Over-equipping works for not only equipping powerful weapons and items you might need, but it also applies to skills. If you can't cast a skill, you can over-equip, and then with those newfound stats, you can cast a skill and go back to your previous build. I know this sounds confusing, but if you try it out, you'll understand what I'm saying. While we're on the topic of skills, let's talk about this skill bar for a second. And you can fill this skill bar with any skills you want, and you can use this skill bar or hotkey bar, whatever you want to call it, by pressing the numbers 1 through 9. To put the skills from your skill bank onto your skill bar, simply drag them down and into the little square, and if you actually don't want a skill there, click and hold and then drag it and it'll go away. Casting skills is not limited to the skills that you put on your skill bar. If you're in combat and you find that you really need to use another skill, you can actually open your skill bank and just simply click on that skill and it'll cast, even though it's not on your skill bar. It takes a little bit more time, but if you really need to, you can use this technique. If you find yourself with an extra 1 million coins laying around, you can always go to this little skelly guy and click on him to create a guild. When you create a guild, keep in mind that this is supposed to be a family-friendly game, and Gamer reads every guild name that's created. So when you create one that you think is appropriate for this game, because if it's denied, you actually lose 200,000 coins. So definitely read this message before you create a guild. Once you've created a guild, you can come to these funny looking structure things and click on it, because these are actually for guild warfare. And with guild warfare, you can gain really nice bonuses, like there's an XP bonus. This particular guild tower gives you 30% extra XP. And there's also ones for coins and stuff like that. But here's how it works. If your guild has at least 9 members, you can pick one of these quads, as they're called, and invade it. And once you have 9 quads at once, you get that XP bonus or coin bonus. But you're competing against other guilds, so you have to be quick and you have to be well collaborated. And you can't invade quads that are invulnerable. You can only invade ones that are neutral or have run out of time. Again, keep in mind that each guild member can only control 1 quad at a time. Therefore, you need 9 members to get the XP or coin bonus. One more thing before I end this video. Remember, as soon as you hit level 60, come to this guy, Death, and he will allow you to rebirth, which puts you back to level 1, but you have more skill points to spend as you level up, and you get to use pets, which are extremely powerful. So do that as soon as you hit 60, and then after you rebirth and you hit 100, come back here again to ascend, which gives you amazing benefits, so definitely do that. That's all the time I have for today. I'll see you guys next week.